Applause is not reward, it is compliance confirmation. Crowds don't clap to elevate you, they clap to keep you predictable. The moment you confuse applause with progress, you surrender leverage. This fractures the lie at the root of modern weakness. Applause is cheap. It costs nothing to give. It costs everything to chase. That asymmetry is deliberate. Low-cost rewards train high-cost behavior. Men who chase applause work harder, speak louder, and think shorter. Short horizons create obedience. Applause operates on the same engine as mockery. Different tone, same mechanism. Praise pulls reaction forward. Reaction becomes payment. Payment confirms the system works. You react to praise, you adjust behavior, you repeat what gets rewarded. That loop keeps you inside the arena, never above it. Your biology doesn't care about power, it cares about belonging. Applause mimics acceptance. Acceptance once meant survival. Your nervous system hasn't updated. Crowds exploit that delay. They reward noise, not foresight. They reward display, not dominance. Applause turns men into performers. Performers optimize for visibility. Visibility trades depth for attention. Attention trades permanence for speed. Speed collapses strategy. The performer cannot pause. Pausing risks silence. Silence risks irrelevance. So he keeps moving, talking, producing, never building. Ask one question. Does applause compound across generations? It doesn't. Applause disappears when the room changes. Inheritance remains when rooms collapse. Bloodlines don't need witnesses. They need positioning. Crowds reward moments. Lineage rewards decisions. Applause convinces you the arena matters. It doesn't. The arena is rented territory. The architect owns hallways outside it. While performers fight for cheers, architects reroute movement silently. One is seen. One controls. Applause creates dependency. Dependency creates leakage. Leakage looks like adjusting language to be liked, avoiding silence to keep attention, explaining to maintain approval. Each adjustment bleeds rank. Rank bleeds quietly. Applause trains predictability. Predictable men are manageable. Manageable men are assigned roles. Roles replace authority. Authority requires unpredictability. Unpredictable men disrupt scripts. Scripts are how crowds maintain control. Install this inversion now. Applause is not confirmation of value. It is confirmation of usefulness to the system. If the crowd claps, you likely stayed inside their boundaries. Boundary-compliant men don't inherit power. When applause stops mattering, gravity shifts. You speak slower. You pause longer. You choose silence deliberately. Crowds feel the change. They don't understand it. They adjust to it. Stability attracts alignment. Crowds think in moments. Bloodlines think in consequences. This splits time itself. Most men live inside applause time. Seconds, minutes, reactions. They optimize for what feels good now. Bloodline thinkers operate on generational time. What compounds, what survives pressure, what remains when noise dies. This difference decides everything. Crowd thinkers ask, did they like it? Did it land? Did I look good? Bloodline thinkers ask, what does this build? What does this cost later? Who benefits if I comply? One thinks vertically. The other thinks horizontally. Horizontal thinking spreads attention thin. Vertical thinking concentrates power. Crowds reward sameness. Sameness stabilizes systems. Difference threatens them. Bloodline thinking creates difference. It ignores trends. It resists urgency. It tolerates silence. Silence makes crowds nervous. Nervous crowds attack what they can't read. That is why applause is offered early. It is a leash disguised as love. Crowds offer shortcuts. Praise now. Belonging now. Visibility now. But shortcuts bypass structure. What bypasses structure never compounds. Bloodline thinking rejects shortcuts. Rejection looks arrogant to crowds. But arrogance is irrelevant. Survival is not a popularity contest. Crowd thinking creates replaceable men. Replaceable men speak quickly, follow patterns, chase validation, fear silence. When one burns out, another steps in. The machine doesn't care who you are. Bloodline thinkers build positions, not personalities. Positions cannot be replaced easily. Bloodline thinkers don't rush to participate, they observe. Observation creates altitude. From altitude, patterns emerge. Who performs, who reacts, who waits, who commands. Crowd thinkers live inside patterns. Bloodline thinkers see them. Seeing the pattern removes its power. Every decision runs through one filter. Does this increase inheritance or attention? Attention decays. Inheritance compounds. If the answer is attention, discard it. This filter feels brutal at first. Your biology will resist. You were trained to equate attention with safety. That training expires here. Bloodline thinking isolates initially. Crowds punish men who don't mirror them. They mock, they label, they provoke. This is not rejection, it is testing. Testing is how systems identify threats. You pass by not reacting. Bloodline thinkers move slowly and unpredictably. Unpredictability is armor. Attackers can't time you, crowds can't script you, mockery loses accuracy. Prediction failure creates hesitation. Hesitation shifts hierarchy. Install this inversion now. Being liked is not security. Being necessary is. Crowds like entertainers. Systems depend on architects. Dependence grants leverage. Reaction is not emotion. Reaction is currency. Every system runs on something. This one runs on your response. Crowds don't need your obedience. They need your reaction. This exposes the exchange rate. Mockery costs the attacker nothing. Reaction costs you everything. That imbalance is not accidental. It is engineered. Low-cost attacks, high-cost responses. This is how weak systems control strong men. Every time you react, you pay. You pay with attention, energy, status, predictability. Payment confirms value to the attacker. No reaction, no payment. No payment, the transaction fails. Silence collapses markets. Markets need flow. Reaction provides flow. When reaction stops, uncertainty rises. Uncertainty freezes behavior. Frozen systems panic. That panic reveals hierarchy. Mockery is an investment. Input, a joke. Output, reaction. If reaction appears, ROI is positive. If silence appears, ROI collapses. Attackers are not brave, they are opportunistic. They abandon bad investments quickly. Praise is mockery's mirror. Both extract reaction, both shape behavior. Praise rewards compliance, mockery punishes deviation. Together, they form a closed economy. Most men never exit it. Reaction creates adjustment. Adjustment creates predictability. Predictability enables control. Control does not look violent, it looks friendly. That friendliness is lethal long-term. Reaction leaks rank publicly. The crowd reads speed, tone, emotion, justification. Each leak downgrades you silently. You don't feel it immediately. You feel it later as lost leverage. Observers don't pay. They watch transactions. They don't enter them. This position is rare. Rare positions attract gravity. Gravity shifts rooms. Silence denies extraction. Not emotional silence, structural silence. No defense, no counter, no clarification, just absence. Absence is expensive for attackers. Install this inversion. Reaction is not strength. Reaction is confirmation of vulnerability. Strength is the ability to withhold payment. Power does not chase attention. Attention bends toward power. This installs the observer axis, the position where rooms begin to adjust around you. Every room has an axis. Most men orbit it. One man becomes it. The axis is not loud, it is stable. Stability creates gravity. Gravity pulls alignment without command. Observers don't rush. They don't compete. They don't perform. They measure. Measurement slows time. Slowed time exposes behavior. Behavior reveals rank. While others fight for attention, the observer sees structure. Seeing structure is dominance. Crowds align with certainty, not correctness, not kindness. Certainty. Certainty feels like safety. The observer emits certainty by not moving. No flinch, no explanation, no urgency. The crowd senses this immediately. They lean toward the unmoved. Mockery requires leverage. Leverage requires reaction. Observers don't react. So mockery loses aim. It becomes noise with no target. Attackers feel this. They hesitate. Hesitation is hierarchy loss. Silence around the observer feels different. It is not awkward. It is heavy. Heavy silence forces others to speak. Speaking reveals need. Need reveals position. The observer stays still. Others place themselves. Unpredictability protects the axis. Predictable men can be managed. Unpredictable men must be respected. Observers move slowly. They act late. They decide without signaling. Targeting fails. Failed targeting produces fear. Fear produces deference. At some point, something subtle happens. Interruptions stop. Eyes return to you. Pacing adjusts. You didn't ask for it. You occupied the axis. This is not dominance theatre. It is structural realignment. Your biology wants engagement. Engagement reassures belonging. But the axis does not belong. It anchors. Anchors don't ask permission. They hold position. Once you occupy the axis, others trap themselves. If they challenge you, they look unstable. If they avoid you, they orbit anyway. No winning path. Install this inversion now. Attention does not create power. Power attracts attention. Chasing attention proves lack of power. Power dies when it can be predicted. Survival begins where prediction fails. Every attack requires timing. Every timing requires prediction. Mockery, pressure, manipulation, all depend on knowing when you will move. Predictable men get harvested. Unpredictable men force hesitation. Hesitation is hierarchy damage. The readable man leaks. He leaks through. Fast replies, emotional tone, repeated patterns, performative consistency. Consistency feels safe. It is not. Consistency lets others plan around you. Planning around you is domination. Unreadable men don't hide. They don't broadcast. No tells, no urgency, no repeated response patterns. You speak when necessary. You move when it matters. Nothing before, nothing after. This creates a fog. Fog ruins aim. Attackers rely on scripts. Scripts fail when variables don't respond. When you don't react, their timing collapses. Their confidence drops. Their aggression misfires. They escalate to compensate. Escalation reveals insecurity. Insecurity collapses authority. Prediction armor is not for moments. It is for inheritance. Men who think short-term seek clarity. Men who think generationally accept ambiguity. Ambiguity protects legacy. It prevents exploitation. Silence preserves optionality. Speaking commits position. Silence keeps leverage fluid. Fluid leverage compounds. Compounding is lineage. When attackers can't predict, they delay, they soften, they disengage. This is not respect. It is risk avoidance. Predators avoid uncertain prey. Install this inversion now. Being understood is not power. Being unreadable is. Understanding invites manipulation. Unreadability forces caution. Prediction armor only works if behavior aligns. No random talking. No emotional leakage. No pattern addiction. You don't rush to respond. You don't rush to clarify. You let gaps exist. Gaps bend others. Crowds think for reaction. Bloodlines think for inheritance. This ends the loop permanently. You stop optimizing for applause. You start optimizing for what survives you. Applause lives in rooms. Rooms expire. What lasts is structure. Men who think for crowds build moments. Men who think for bloodlines build positions. Positions don't need witnesses. They need continuity. Every decision now passes one test. Does this strengthen lineage or feed extraction? Extraction looks like instant praise, fast approval, public validation, emotional relief. Inheritance looks like optionality, silence, tolerance, delayed gratification, position control. One feels good now, the other compounds later. Choose later. Reaction does not serve the unborn. Reaction trades tomorrow for relief today. Relief is not protection. It is leakage disguised as calm. You stop reacting not to appear strong, but to preserve decision integrity. Integrity compounds. Crowds depend on predictable men. Predictable men fill roles. Roles keep systems stable. Bloodline thinkers disrupt stability. They don't mirror. They don't rush. They don't explain. That silence threatens control. So crowds test harder. You pass by not responding. Architects don't argue inside arenas. They reroute movement outside them. They don't win debates. They change corridors. While performers chase approval, architects decide where traffic flows. Traffic decides power. Identity is fragile. Legacy is structural. Identity needs defense. Legacy needs maintenance. You stop protecting how you look. You start protecting what you build. Mockery can't touch that. Install the final inversion. Being liked is not safety. Being irreplaceable is. Irreplaceability comes from structure, not applause. You are now operating as observer, not participant selector, not reactor architect, not performer. You don't need approval to move. You move because the position demands it. Crowds still cheer. Mockers still test. It no longer matters. You are thinking beyond the room, beyond the moment, beyond yourself. Men who think for applause burn out. Men who think for bloodlines outlast. Outlasting is power. Quiet, uncelebrated, absolute. You don't think for them anymore. You think for those who come after. And when you do, rooms stop deciding your fate. They adjust. Silently. End.